Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Countdown to Whirl. It's been a while. I apologize for the wait. I've been really busy when it comes to the to just remaking the characters. I'm getting scenes done back at a lightning speed pace, but the fact of me just having to go I like how whenever you make something, like, you end up realizing, oh, I gotta make this now, I gotta remake this character. It's like crazy. But aside that, everything's been coming together fine. It's just been crazy. I've been doing it still on the laptop that was never made, that wasn't like built to do animation, but it's getting around so far. Nothing crazy yet. I'm hoping to get some work done tonight, redesigning a character and a base, seeing what I can do with that. Also gotta do some audio work. I'm working as best as I can. I had a little bit of a delay recently with an unexpected event happening. More on that later. But we'll see where we go from there. If I can't make the date, you know what I'm going to do. So we'll be back next week, and we'll talk more about what's going on. Finally! I don't know how people were able to work these things. So confused. Oh, hello! I'm glad you're here. Sorry it's been a while. I was out looking for a certain song I wanted to listen to. That song being this one, Entrance of the Gladiators by composer Julius Fusik. We know the song. It was actually composed by Fusik while he was serving in the Austrian-Hungarian army while being stationed in a military base in Sarajevo. He came up with the title and the song based on his interest in the Roman Empire. Today, everybody's heard the song. More than likely, everybody has. Some people see it as a representation of one thing. I personally see it as a good representation of humanity itself. Here, take a listen. A perfect representation. Militaries would march to this song. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show, where we talk nerd. It's been a while. I want to open up by just having a little bit of a one-on-one with you guys. First off, it's going to be me and you guys for tonight for a little bit. Jablonski had to cancel at the last minute. Kuma had to cancel at the last moment, and now I gotta wait for Cruiser. Which means, yes, the first half of the stream is probably going to be me making a total ass of myself. Please excuse me. So, yeah, Cruiser should be home about 8:45. Alright, so I do want to open up with a little bit of an apology about the lack of episodes in October. If you guys don't know, I had to travel to Tennessee for a family get-together, where I was, because of that, I had to cancel like 2 episodes. After that, Halloween came, and then, well, we were supposed to have that, plus the 200th episode. It didn't really go out too well. I apologize again. It's a real shame. I like using the Halloween opening, but unfortunately, like, yeah, that happened. I was going to use it last week, but then something happened. I had a family tragedy I had to attend to, and because of this, I couldn't do the stream because I was just not in that emotional phase. So, yeah, it's been crazy. I've had a lot of stuff happening, and a little sad news here is I'm not going to be able to do the stream on the 19th due to me having to travel to deal with this family tragedy. I'm working as hard as I can, guys. I've been doing a lot of like work for Whirl. I've been doing a lot of work for Ants. I'm balancing all this shit out. It's like nuts. If you're wondering what I have in my hand here, it's just a rock. Just a red rock. But I'm gonna try as hard as I can. I hope you guys understand. And again, I really do apologize for the lack of recent work, but I'm gonna try my hardest, guys. I really am trying. We'll be back more during the holiday season. Hopefully, then Jablonski will be in his new place. And we'll see where we go from there. With that being said, tonight we're gonna be bringing up some trailers for shit, forgot to fucking, please excuse me, forgot to delete some shit here. It's been a while. We've got trailers for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Echo, and Godzilla -1. I wasn't able to get to that one documentary about Harrison Ford that's coming on Disney Plus, but damn, I feel really upset that I can't. Because that was something I was just informed about. I'm like, come on, I've already got enough on my head as is to balancing things out. Why am I getting all these surprises now? Oh dear Lord, what am I gonna do with myself? Anyway, that being said, we've also got news on a theme park merger that's coming out here between two groups that will be. Oh my god, now that's not working. Why is this not working? Why are we doing this? Already it begins, everybody. Already it begins. Oh, I accidentally deleted it. Excuse me. We got a theme park merger for Six Flags and Cedar Fair that everybody's been talking about in theme park world. Oh, there we go. Plus, we got Cruiser talking about his experience with the FNAF movie. And I leave my final thoughts on the Ahsoka series that I finally finished. Thank God. I have a lot to talk about, and some of the both good and bad. And a lot more of that. We were going to be covering the Macy's Parade, but unfortunately Jablonski had to cancel on us, so I apologize. We'll be working on that hopefully next week. All that and more tonight. So with that said, let's get started here. It's been really crazy. Like, I was oh my god, what happened? Just so much was happening this week. I was just bouncing off everywhere. I was bouncing from place to place. Like earlier on Monday, I had to go into. It was Halloween. It was Halloween on Monday. No, it was not. I had to get my car fixed. I go there just to get my brake pads replaced. But apparently no, there's brake fluid leaking, and then I realized there's two other things with my car. So that's $600 more I gotta sink into this repair. But, I'm still able to get by. I had backups, I guess. Just barely. But, I'm not earning money through this, so I can hold out. So, aside from that, it gave me some time to just sit down and work. I got 2 scenes done, which is good. Well, more like 2 angles. I don't know. It's complicated to explain. I got 1 scene done this whole week, and it's just the rest of the stuff is just a matter of getting the audio for. But I got the audio. I just gotta render it into like different parts and different lines. It's been just nuts. Really has been. Man, what happened after that? Then came Halloween. I spent it with my girlfriend. I had a good time at Player One Bar. Went there dressed as a Tron program. Wish I had a picture. I can't show it right now. I didn't think that beforehand. How are you guys doing out there? Please communicate with me in the chat. I'm already making an ass of myself until everybody comes here. The least I could do is talk to people. Geez, what else happened there? Next day, had to do stuff at work. The other day after that, I was off from work, and I just had a hard time working. Wait, no, what was I going? Yeah, I had to take off that day at work, and I tried to do whatever I could, but I just couldn't. After that, work, more work. I'm a workaholic, guys. I've really been just driving myself mad at this point. So, I'm glad I was considering myself lucky I was able to even get all this shit done. It's like it's hard to balance out time most of the time. With that being said, let's begin with our first trailer for the night. Come on, Evan, you can do this. You've done it before, you can do it again. I know exactly exactly how to do my stuff there. Okay, let's see. Desktop. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have another person here, so I'm kind of on my own. So I got to use the things here. Great. I love making the last minute changes at the last minute. Thank you guys for canceling out on me. All right, so our first trailer for the night was for Echo. This was oh shit. Damn, I keep forgetting it's so big. Please excuse me once again. First trailer we got here was for Echo, an upcoming new Marvel series on Disney Plus, taking place after Hawkeye in the Daredevil universe. This character I'm not really too like familiar with. I didn't get a chance to finish Hawkeye. I apologize. Like, I got all Christmas to do it now, so why not? I mean, I would just started watching Code Geass again with my girlfriend. She's on R2 right now. Really looking forward to showing her the conclusion of that. But yes, the Hawkeye universe, we got a lot of returning people here. Vincent D'Onofrio returning as Kingpin. He looks amazing as usual. Really like that guy in what was he in? He was I loved him in Men in Black as Edgar. He just always makes me laugh. But no, as Kingpin, he looks amazing. What we got here for Echo is, like I said, I'm not too familiar with the character herself of the character Maria Lopez. Is that her name, or is it Mara Lopez? Please excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry, Maya Lopez. I remember hearing some stuff in there, but like I know in one iteration she has like telekinetic abilities, but I don't know if this is the same one. I think it might not be. She was she could fly in the Phoenix Force, but I don't remember her being in this one. From what I've seen, it's more or less more martial artist, more like martial artist kind of deal. I'm actually looking at her abilities right now, and apparently one of her abilities is she's a gifted pianist and ballerina. Don't remember that being shown in the trailer. But what we got here going on with the series, the premise is simple. The following events of Hawkeye in New York City, Maya Lopez returns to her hometown in Oklahoma, where she must come to terms with her past, reconnect with her Native American roots, and embrace her family and community. I actually remember Kuma talking about how a Native American character was fascinating to him, considering if he's also of that same race. But he was it's funny because I don't see a lot of characters like that. It's just nuts. I like how just what they got going on with a person like this. A little diverse, but it's out there. We haven't gotten a character of that like race. Oh my goodness. But no, it's coming out in 2024. More specifically, let me see here. January 10th, 2024, so not too far away from here. Honestly, the trailer itself didn't really appeal to me. I didn't really I feel like I haven't seen a lot of Marvel lately, mainly because I've been so busy, but what I did see, I thought it was good. I just feel like the action is just getting stale to me, honestly. It's just kind of more stale to look at when it comes to that kind of stuff. They're like, you throw some punches, you hit them. I want to see something more unique in the Marvel universe. Considering that they got the whole multiverse situation going on, I'm kind of expecting a little bit more. I really am. But no, that's coming out soon. Take a look at that. Next one I wanted to talk about was War of the Planet of the Apes. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm still gonna do this shit. I should really be more prepared for this. Again, I apologize. Oh my god. Might as well call this episode the worst or the most embarrassing. So War of the Planet of the Apes. I'm sorry, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's funny because like when I saw, we were talking about, I think we talked about this on another episode, and I was more interested because I saw War of the Planet of the Apes in 2007. It was a long time ago, and I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I loved seeing Andy Serkis return as Caesar. So when I heard this was going to be announced, I'm like, how the heck are they going to continue this when Caesar died? Spoilers, by the way. So here's what's going on here. Continuing in the prequel series for the main movie. The premise was simple. Years after the events of many ape clans have emerged from the oasis to which Caesar led his fellow apes. While humans have regressed into a feral state, one ape leader prevents the teachings of Caesar to enslave other clans in search of the last traces of a secret human technology. And another ape embarks on a journey to find freedom alongside a human girl. The human girl, I'm assuming, is the little girl from War. So, jeez, my head. I just got over a migraine before I got on. Please excuse me. So with War, I liked one thing I liked about the Planet of the Apes movies, especially after seeing War, is just seeing how fast humanity has crumbled into this state of into this feral post-apocalyptic state. You see the vines grow. You see the vegetation growing up the buildings. And it's crazy. Like if you look at this poster here, with you can see the city in the background, covered in like grass. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on that there for you. Like I remember seeing it's amazing. Like I remember seeing a coffee run that Dead Mouse did with Skrillex and who was it, Dylan Francis. And he said you look at that building over there, it's gonna crumble in like 10 million years. And people are gonna look at this like ancient ruins. It's like nuts. But no, the barren scape of the ape-ruled planet is what really got to me. And yeah, this one, I don't think the humans are not going to be the enemy. They're just going to be these weird primitive like animal-like creatures as they are in the original movies and source material there, where they're not really the brightest. It's been a while since I've seen the original one. But the other clans that they show are really good. I like how each one has like a distinctive feature. Like one has the face paint, the other one has the some of them are speaking, some of them are not. I can't remember in War how many other apes were able to do speech. I know the orangutan that did sign language was able to do it. But yeah, the character that this is following is the son of Caesar, whose name is Cornelius, played by Owen Teague. The Which it makes sense. They gotta continue off of that. I don't remember him having a son though. I really don't remember that. Did he? I don't remember. I think it ended with him having a son. Hold on. Let me see. I think it ended with him having a son. No, it didn't. Oh yeah, here it is. Maurice and Caesar watch Nova and Caesar's son. Yeah. Oh, Nova was the little girl, I believe. Was it? Let me look this up. What was the name of the fucking little girl? Yeah, by Emil Miller. Um, the mute little girl. I think she was only able to communicate in sign language. But yeah, yeah, like it makes sense. I want to see what he's going to be accomplishing, considering everything Caesar did. I'm really, 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 really excited to see where this is going to go. Like seriously. I like the original Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Like I've seen it several times. It's been a while though. Land I didn't see. War I definitely saw in theaters. It was definitely War. I liked that movie for its atmosphere. Leg is itchy. Please excuse me. But what do you guys think? I like how we're getting more war on. Damn. We're getting like a war on ape clans. This is something I actually kind of thought the sequel of Avatar was gonna do, but it didn't. So yeah, and I still have to see that movie. So yeah. I like how this whole race has expanded. It's just incredible. I gotta figure out where I can watch Rise again. I really want to see that movie again. Hold on. Where can I watch Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Please say something good. Oh, good. Tubi. Hulu. Oh, cool. I can watch on Hulu, Apple TV, or Prime Video. Well, everything's available on Apple TV. You need to take a look at that again. I remember who's the guy who plays Draco Malfoy? He's in it, and he's like this total douchebag of the Apes. Began with an F. He had an F in his last name. Fucking shit. Tom Felton, that's his name. I actually met him one time. He was a nice dude. I thought he was amazing in that movie. Really loved his acting in it as playing that douchebag ape keeper with the shock baton or whatever it's called, the prod. I like Tom Felton playing douchebag since Harry Potter. What else would you expect him in there? Anyway, that's gonna be coming out on Memorial Day. Not too far off, so yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next trailer here. This one I'm really excited for, and that is the upcoming movie Godzilla -1. Great, now it's too small. That's just nice. Godzilla -1. So, I was not expecting 2 trailers to come out this week for this thing. From what we saw, this has been in the works for a while. It's been, and what I got was excited. Like, it feels like we're taking a break from the Godzilla formula here, where he's fighting a monster. What we're getting here right now is some classic Godzilla action. We show scenes of him going under, like swimming under the boat. We see him attacking, I'm assuming, Tokyo. There's not a lot to talk. At the time, I didn't really get much of a premise. Hold on. I actually should probably take a look at that real quick. Because apparently a second trailer came out. Oh yeah, here it is. Japan is already devastated by war when a crisis emerges in the form of a giant monster. So, yes, my dad told me about this. He's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be seeing this in IMAX 3D. So, yeah, it's... Oh, the whole plot is out. So the whole plot is out right now. Oh yeah, because it already came. What am I thinking? It came out in Japan just recently, and it's going to be coming out in October, sometime towards the end of November here. So hold on. I can't remember. Well, yeah, December 1st. Please excuse me. Yes. So my dad was telling me about how he wanted to see this in IMAX 3D, and I don't blame him. The film looks fantastic. We are looking at a classic Godzilla film. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a remake of the original or like a prequel to the original. But it's just, we get to see classic Godzilla action. He's just wrecking shit. He's not fighting anybody, at least not to my knowledge, and he's just wrecking shit. We get to see him, like, breathe his nuclear breath. I like that new effect he has whenever he's, like... You know when he's, like, charging his nuclear breath, like, his spines, like, light up? This time they're, like, protruding outwards and, like, pushing out, which is even more cooler. There was a point where we got to see melting Godzilla or burning Godzilla. I forgot what that one is especially called. But, I'm actually kind of curious how that's going to play in there, because I remember in the original he didn't, like... melt like a nuclear power plant or anything like that. I know he did when he fought Destroyer, but he was destroyed by the oxygen destroyer. I know in Tokyo SOS, I mean that was also a remake of the original thing, or maybe it was a reboot. Kind of hard to say. But considering that this is saying right after the devastation of World War II, I'm gonna guarantee this is definitely a remake, considering that was what the original one was based on. The original, I haven't seen the original in years. I remember renting it from the guy who produces Mystery Brony Theater, Jason Ruth, he had the original Japanese version on DVD. I've never seen the English dub with friggin' Raymond Burr. But if you guys don't know, there was two versions of the original. One with the original Japanese audio that's subtitled, and the other one with an American Canadian actor named Raymond Burr, who was famous in Perry Manson, who plays a character named Steve Martin. And yeah, I know. They brought him back for the remake of Tokyo SOS, I believe it was, where he had to he had to go under a different name of Mr. Martin instead, because Steve Martin was huge at that time. I just gotta make sure. Was it Tokyo? No, it's Godzilla 1985. I keep thinking it was Tokyo SOS. Please excuse me. It was he was also in Rear. He was also in Rear Window. I didn't even know that. But yes, I like seeing more or less the scale that how they're showing the tragedy. Like, we're showing Godzilla trample people. We're seeing him just wreak absolute havoc, and the effects, they look delicious. I would totally. I really might see if I can see this in IMAX 3D, but I heavily doubt I will. I want to see it next chance I get, because I'm so far hearing good reviews of it from when it appeared in Japan. So yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, it is like it said. It's coming out on It's gonna be distributed nationwide on December 1st. It's not every day everybody gets excited to see a foreign film. Last time I think I can't really remember. I don't see a lot of foreign films nowadays. I think the last one I was gonna. Did I see Code Geass R3? I don't think I did. My God, I guess this is the first foreign film I'm gonna be seeing. Oh well. Well, I'm not being judgmental. So when Cruiser gets here, I was going to talk more about the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair, because he's the theme park guy. Whatever, I don't care. Now, see, I gotta catch my breath. Not used to doing all this all at once. I apologize if I'm making kind of an ass of myself. The chat's empty, so I'm pretty sure nobody's really caring, but why not? So let's get back to. Sorry, I wanted to see what the delay was. Let's go back to the to some personal stuff here. He's gonna talk more about FNAF, because everybody's talking about FNAF. My girlfriend went to see it. I saw it. I didn't see it. I didn't really have any interest in seeing it. Like, I used to be a big FNAF fan, but I really grew out of it. What was I gonna talk about? Okay, but I did get to see the ending of Ahsoka, which is a series I've been long waiting to see. So, I've heard a lot of Star Wars fans were pleased at it. They didn't think it was too bad. Some people thought it was a little bad. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's bad. I wouldn't say people say they were disappointed either. I guess the best way to describe it for the fan reaction was underwhelming. I heard a lot more like mixed and positive, I guess. I know I'm a hypocrite like that, but just talking about Ahsoka being or anything Star Wars being positive. I mean, I don't think everything is positive. I know everything has its faults. I mean, I want to give props to my dad, who just rewatched the entire thing from start to finish. My dad's has to watch the last 3 movies for the sequel series before he spent the entire year and a half watching every single Star Wars piece of content out there that's in the canon universe, for the most part. He still doesn't know if Young Jedi Warriors is canon or not. Hell, I don't even know if it's canon or not. Whatever. Anyway, how did I feel about Ahsoka? After one of the things I wanted to do, I wanted to prioritize myself. I was watching One Piece, and I had to take a break to watch Rebels to kind of like prepare myself for this series. With Rosario Dawson as the titular character. When I saw her first appearance in Mandalorian, she portrayed the character well. The character design was spot on. Definitely, you rock that look you'd expect Ahsoka to look in live action format. It had a like, that's best I could say about it. But having to just see every episode of Rebels before seeing this. First of all, I thought Rebels was okay. I didn't like it all the way. I felt like it was more. It had some good points and more or less boring points. But here's where the thing comes in. So Filoni is taking the helm on this, which makes sense. It made perfect sense. Headed Clone Wars. He did Rebels, so he knows this character. If there's anybody who knows this character, it's him. He knows more about Ahsoka, everything she's been through. The other characters there in there. Sabine's in there. Um, Hera's in there, and yeah, the characters look amazing. I mean, spoilers alert. Hold on, I should probably put this in here. Please excuse me.
Hush, hush, hush. Here comes the bogeyman.
Okay, chop, 5 minutes. So, a lot of characters make their appearance from Rebels, and yeah, like I said, Filoni took the helm of this. It makes sense. He knows this character and all these other characters in there from Rebels, everything in there. Um, it, and we got some returning characters. Anakin Skywalker's in there, so he has a good grasp on that character as well. We got, yeah, pretty much him. We got to see more fights from the Clone Wars, which were really cool to see in live action, especially seeing Captain Rex, who I really wish would have a series soon. Totally watch a Captain Rex series, live action or animated. But well, I mean, I guess you could count Clone Wars, but you know, I would love to see his adventures after the Clone Wars. I don't even think anything was interesting. But yes, with Filoni taking the helm on this, I don't know how much experience he has with live action filmmaking. With Jon Favreau, who did Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. With Book of Boba Fett, him and Filoni took the helm on both took the helm on that. So I felt like Filoni had a little bit of a grasp on the live action Star Wars universe. I know he did the animated stuff, but to transition to a live action Star Wars series must not be easy. Especially with adapting that kind of stuff. It's like me adapting without my others here. Not easy. So essentially, Favreau's like saying, "Okay, you're ready. Have fun." And you can tell that Filoni did some calls in Book of Boba Fett, especially with some calls like including Cad Bane as the surprise antagonist, I guess, as well as the Pikes. So he's got a grasp. He also has more like experience towards Boba Fett's past. But I'm not here to talk about Boba Fett. We're talking about Ahsoka. So Dawson as Ahsoka. Again, I didn't hate her. I thought she was pretty good. This is definitely a matured Ahsoka. And with the experience of that, like with Clone Wars, we see Ahsoka as like more of a carefree character, but as she goes on up to the final season, we see how much she's matured. One of my favorite quotes from her, "I'm no Jedi." I don't know if that really stands in this, because she seems more Jedi more than ever. I always thought she was more like a gray Jedi or like a rogue Jedi. But whatever she is, she's good. Hera, definitely one of my favorite characters in Rebels, was portrayed well. We got to see a little of her son there, who's who's also Force sensitive, which makes sense. He's the son of Kanan. Don't even want to go into that stuff, but yeah, he's got some Force sensitivity. We get to see Ahsoka interact with Hayden Christensen, returning as Anakin in one of the best episodes, where she takes her back in time to her younger self during the Clone Wars. They have a duel together in the in between worlds, which looks amazing, by the way, in live action. That was actually the one thing I wanted to see. The design, Sabine, she looks good. I got a lot to say about her in a moment. I'm not really getting so much the personality down there. Like, I always thought Sabine was when I see Sabine, I see more of an up on guard action based. I can't say crook or like rogue warrior, but like she was really underplayed on this. But I'm gonna get to that later as one of my complaints. I like David Tennant returning into the role of that one Jedi trainer droid. I keep forgetting his name. Please excuse me. His number's a little bit like fuzzy to me, but he plays it good. I like to call him more like a sassy C-3PO. He always has a comeback. He always has knowledge. He's doing all that stuff. Thrawn. He looks good. He's close, but I'll get to that later. Ezra Bridger, he's older now, and I think he looks okay. He's got more of like when I, how do I describe this? Like I can't really get into his beard. It's like really weird to see him with that. But then again, he's been stranded on that planet for a while, so yeah. Um, Having the shit, what was it called? The Dathomir witches back. That was surprising. I thought that was great. Um, I actually was expecting Mother Talzin to show up, and I wish she did. She doesn't show up in this, but I was expecting that to happen. And at the end, they return to Dathomir, which I'm super excited for. The story is simple. Sabine is hoping to find Ezra Bridger, who disappeared after his fight with Thrawn at the end of Rebels. Um, when we last saw them, they were dueling on a Star Destroyer, and they were taken somewhere via hyperspace flying whales. Hyperspace traveling space whales, excuse me. But, so from there, they're getting leads on the return of Thrawn, and as what Sabine knows is that wherever Thrawn is, Ezra is, and she's teaming up with Ahsoka to try and find him, while Ahsoka is also trying to teach her the ways of the Force. I really didn't like that choice. But the worlds they go to are great. I like the choreographed fights. There are these two characters that are not so much Sith or Jedi. They're more like rogue bounty hunter-esque Force users. They were okay. I didn't sorry, I'm trying to remember these characters. They're not really that memorable in my opinion. Like, I didn't really care for them. It was just, I can't really describe how I talk about it. It's worth mentioning, like I said, who was the character? I'm looking it up right now. Please excuse me. Oh, he's a dark Jedi. That makes sense. Yeah. So Ray Stevenson, in his last role as Balin Skull, is working with one of the one of the Night Sisters of Dathomir, who's Dathomir. Please excuse me. I keep thinking it's Dathomir. Thank you for my Daft Punk knowledge. They're trying to find Thrawn and reclaim the Empire, because this is after Palpatine. So he takes on another apprentice named Shin Hadi. These characters are not. I don't really like these characters' names. I apologize, but the character is like more or less his apprentice. He's teaching her the Jedi ways. Again, they're both dark Jedi, so they're kind of a different story altogether. And I don't really see any arcs going through there. They're just ruthless dark Jedi that are trying to take out at the main bad guys. I don't really have much interest in them. The fights they have are awesome. It's more or less just the presentation. I have really no interest in these characters. Sabine herself, after seeing Rebels, she wasn't given justice in this. Like, my dad looked at this twice, and after seeing Rebels himself, he did not like what they did with her. I didn't really like what they did with her. I remember Sabine just being this Mandalorian warrior, a graffiti artist. She doesn't do a lot of graffiti in this. That's actually kind of upset. She was she did a lot, just because in the last series, like, we saw her use the Darksaber. Yeah, so does that mean she's a Force user now? I guess. Whatever, you hold a lightsaber, you're a Force user now. That's perfectly fine. My goodness. I felt like she could have been better. I guess the idea, maybe she's matured a little bit, but I just don't see that girl that would jump into action all the time there as the warrior she was in Rebels. This time she's more, I hate her, like, more calm demeanor. And yeah, there is that one scene where she hands Skull the map. I would never see Sabine doing that. That was just, maybe this is a nitpick, but like, the way she does it, she just willingly gives it all away just to help find Ezra. I don't even know why she wants to find Ezra. Why does she want to find him? I know they're friends, but like, was there a relationship there? I mean, there was a brief one in a couple episodes, but like, what's the point? Thrawn coming back here, being brought back by being portrayed by his original voice actor, Lars Mikkelsen. He did good. Thrawn was the character I was looking forward to the most. I liked him in Rebels very much. He was more of that, like, he was like the Napoleon of Star Wars. He had a high intellect. He always had plans. He was creative and simply loved just doing what he was doing for the Empire. He was patient. He was amazing. This time, jeez, like, it was weird seeing him get nervous. Like, there was a point where when at the end when he's taking off and he's seeing one of the Night Sisters recent initiative fall, he's like getting really nervous that he's losing here, but he's able to feel fine when he's done. I guess that makes sense. I don't remember him getting too nervous there. I always saw him competent and patient in the Rebels series. This time he's just kind of He also kind of gained a little weight. The one thing that then there's like Ezra. I like how Ezra's like character development, for he went from like this scrawny like street rat for a basic thing. He was like Aladdin. He looked like Aladdin in the series. I think Doug Walker pointed that out in his review of Rebels. To this guy who's just become more experienced. Like, that time away from everything is, from all that stuff with the Empire, really has given him a chance to improve his skill. Like, there's a scene where they're being surrounded by all these stormtroopers, and Sabine has a gun and a lightsaber. Ahsoka has both of her lightsabers, and he's just using the Force to fight with, and that was amazing. We also get to see some classic moments where he goes in disguise as a stormtrooper. I really kind of missed an opportunity there. I'll explain that later. But yeah, there brings another thing here. Like, I want you to notice what I've been talking about recently. How many times have I brought up Ahsoka in this? Little to none. Because I feel like this series didn't really center so much around Ahsoka. It was more or less around Sabine. I mean, yeah, maybe it was a... Correction. It was more or less Ahsoka, Sabine, Ezra, like, Hera. There was just too many characters. Ahsoka wasn't really too much the focus. And there was some episodes that they did. Don't get me wrong, but like, I was expecting something different here. I was expecting like Ahsoka going after Thrawn, not like all these other guys there. And I thought the other guys would like meet up with her or something like that. Like, she'd run into Sabine, they joined the party. But no, I felt like this was more like Ahsoka. Like, when we saw her Mandalorian in season 2, she was more obsessed with finding Thrawn. And I wanted that to be her mission, just to find Thrawn. I didn't want to see her go with the Rebel Alliance like this. I always thought she was kind of going on her own way, honestly, especially after she broke off with them after her fight with Vader in the Sith Temple. That brings it. This more or less felt like like the next season of Rebels if it was like live action, which makes sense. I mean, like I said, Filoni did Rebels, so he knows what he's doing. It just felt that way. And I feel like that's a bit of a distraction, because in order to kind of get what's going on, you had to have seen some stuff from Rebels. You don't know who's going to know who Ezra Bridger is. Like, if I were to bring up to Cruiser, who is Ezra Bridger? He's not going to know. And they barely give too much of an introduction. We don't get a lot from Kanan. We don't get a lot from the past. We don't even know what happened to Zeb. I want to know what happened to Zeb. I think he was in the last season of Mandalorian, but I think that was just a creature from his species. I'm not too sure. It wasn't really confirmed. I would love to see Steve Blum. I don't know if he's done a lot of live action, but you know, him as Zeb, that'd just be crazy. He'd probably be CG with a voice. The ending felt a little disappointing, honestly. Like, we see Thrawn get away with the Night Sisters over to Dathomir. Ezra reunites with Hera, which in a really weird way. He like boards Thrawn's Star Destroyer and then leaves in a stormtrooper outfit on a Imperial cruiser. There was a joke there that was there was a callback joke there that they missed the opportunity towards. Imagine him going towards the rebel fleet in this Imperial shuttle, and when they ask to identify himself, he says Jabba the Hutt. Hera knows who he is. Then they meet in the landing strip, and or the landing bay or whatever it's called. Then it reveals to be Ezra reuniting with Hera. So yeah, like there was a lot of ups and downs here. I didn't hate it per se. I'd watch it again if I had the chance. I just feel like they need to expand on this more. Like I was watching Angry Joe do his review, and he said it's clearly there was more effort into this, but it's still not too satisfying. There's really nothing they can work with, not with Star Wars as a whole, just more or less where they are in the timeline. This is after the Empire, so they're kind of just using what they got. But yeah, I guess I'd have to see a second season to kind of get into it. If you want to see it, go ahead. It's just you might get the same feeling I did. It was not disappointing. Just they clearly put effort into it. They just need to kind of do something different. I don't know what that thing is. Maybe they got something going on here. One thing that I feel like they should have done was they should have brought back Asajj Ventress. I would love to see what they do with that, because we don't really know what happens to her. I mean, we know what happens to her. She kind of breaks away from her Force abilities and goes to join a bounty hunting group, I believe. I don't remember what her fate was, but like, imagine that. Instead of like having that one girl who wants to, with connection to the Night Sisters, it's actually Asajj Ventress, and they're trying to like get her back into, have her become one of the Night Sisters. That seeing an adult Ahsoka fight an older Ventress, I don't know how. I think they were the same age at the time. But she was like slightly older. Like Ahsoka was a child, she was a teenager. But seeing those two reunite and having a duel at the end would be awesome. I would love to see Ventress return. And I think they might hint on that because they're going. It ended with Thrawn and the Night Sisters going to Dathomir, which I think is an interesting like subtle hint that she's coming back. But maybe not. A man can dream. Also, there was that one character in there, Marok. Everybody and their grandma was hoping that was going to be Galen Marek, who was Darth Vader's apprentice in The Force Unleashed, which I was hoping for. I really was. I kept telling my dad, like, if this guy is who I think it is, I'm going to just scream into the pillow with delight, because that's probably going to save some stuff in the future. But it wasn't, which is kind of weird because the guy who plays Galen Marek in the video games is actually there. Cruiser should be on any moment, by the way. Thank God, because I've been making an ass of myself for about 48 minutes now. So, yeah, check it out. See what you think. Do what you're going to do. Bring the kids. Just make sure they see Rebels first. Check it out. It's a good series. I think it was really good. Yeah, especially, you see, like, oh, a spoiler. Actually, no, there is one more thing I want to bring up here, okay? There is one thing they never answer in this series that I was really kind of curious about. They never address what happened to Thrawn and Ezra after their battle at the end of Rebels. Excuse me. And that really disappointed me. Like, I want to know what happened. How did they survive that trip? What happened? Oh, well, I guess we'll have to see that for another day. I mean, it's kind of hinted at what happens there, but I want to know how they got into that situation. What was Thrawn doing with all those stormtroopers? How did they survive that fight with the whales? I mean, they show the Star Destroyer just repaired. What was with that? I mean, come on, guys. You got to give me more stuff here. All right, let's wait for Cruiser to get here and just have some fun. So how are you guys out there today? Hope you're doing fine. I'm doing okay. It's been rather just quiet lately. I might have to pull an all-nighter tonight, or at least wake up early in the morning, but it depends on what's happening. Honestly, it's been just crazy since I got back from my trip. I got sick. I got sick again. I've been just all over the place. Just like, please excuse me. The trip was great, by the way. Tennessee was beautiful. I did a lot of vlogs on my Instagram at Shaded Sight Studios, by the way. And it was great. It was great. Great. Hey, got to see the Parthenon, as well as got to go to the zoo with my girlfriend. She never traveled that far. We had a lot of fun. It was a great scene there. There was a lot of country music, and I'm not a big fan of country music or like Western cowboy Johnsky, but it was good. Cruiser's finally here, thank God.
Yeah, thing was being a bitch booting up.
I hate when that happens. There, you gotta get yourself a new laptop, dude. I hear a dog.
I hate them all.
You ate them all?
Hate.
You know nothing but hate. Hate, 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 hate. Let the hate roll through you. Or something. I don't know. Hate can't roll, can it? Can it?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You know everything.
It flows, I know that much.
Was it? I said let the hate roll through you. What the fuck am I thinking? It was funny. I just got through talking about Ahsoka. How I thought it was meh. Not disappointing. Angry Joe said it best about that series. Like I said, I was telling them. Angry Joe said it best. It has effort, but they're not quite there yet. Yeah, but, season 2, we'll just have to get some more stuff there. It was more like Ahsoka. It was more like Rebels, the new season. Please excuse me, guys. I'm going to have this fixed up in just a moment. So where have you been?
Don't think I'm going back to Spooky Empire ever again.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, dude. You know what will make you... will cheer you up? How about you tell everybody about the FNAF movie?
I haven't seen it.
I thought you did.
Wednesday.
Oh my gosh. I know.
That's when I'm going to go see it.
I thought you said you were watching with Jablonski online.
No. He watched it online.
My girlfriend saw it, and I've heard mixed on it. She's seen it twice. I don't know. It really wasn't a movie I didn't have a lot of interest to see. The only two things I'll say there is try and find the surprise cameo, and yes, the Living Tombstone song does make an appearance in the credits. You have no idea.
Well, if you want something to do, I got some of these we can open.
What are those? Oh, you're collecting the Disney 100 figures?
No, not really. I just have some coupons for free Happy Meals.
Yeah, so you just got Happy Meals? I think that's a good
Yeah,
way.
we're not.
I think that's a good way to lose weight in McDonald's. Think about this. You just instead of getting a big meal at McDonald's, you just eat Happy Meals. Okay, wait. Let me put you front and center. Let me just put you front and center so the people can see you. This is the Concert Cruiser, and this is Jackass. There you go. No, put it over your face.
We're doing Happy Meal unboxing.
No, put the smile over your face. Yeah, there you go. Now lower it and give a grumpy face. The cat comes up. Now you just look.
All right, now there's 2 of these little toys in every box, and I got 4 boxes. So, first one we got.
Oh, it comes with a little gift wrap. Nice.
Yeah, there's actually tissue paper in here.
That's pretty cool.
We got Captain Cunt. Yes, she was a total bitch, and I'm going to refer to her as Captain Cunt.
In which sense? Like the actress or in the movie? Well, movies.
The actress. I can't speak for the movie.
Oh yeah, Brie Larson, I heard, is kind of a bitch.
And we got... Okay, this one's a bit better.
Oh, you got the mouse himself. That's pretty cool. It comes with 2...
Your money is mine! South Park was right!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Evan hates that.
I don't know. I saw parts of it.
Okay, now...
I haven't gotten through all of it, but
Box 2.
Oh, you got 2. That's pretty cool. It comes with 2 figures. That's
I got 4.
Yeah, 4.
I got 4 boxes. Yes.
Yeah, you need some FNAF when I got this.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Here we have. Interesting. We have Soul Power.
That was a good movie. His head looks like a chicken.
He looks like
McNugget.
Mr. Potato Head.
I was gonna say,
Like through the screen, he looks like Mr. Potato Head.
did you ever see Soul?
No, I have not.
Oh, that was a movie I had.
I'm not opposed to seeing it, though.
Here's the thing.
I'm not opposed to seeing it.
When I saw Soul, it was a movie I realized I needed to see because I was going through like a point of depression. And because I was wondering where I was there, but then I saw Soul. I'm like, you know what? This message here is actually pretty good.
Okay, next up we have In Color.
I don't get it.
Aladdin, the King of Thieves, when the genie plays Tinkerbell, he goes In Color and taps the Disney logo.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. I gotta see that movie. It was not too bad. John Rhys Davies.
Yeah, okay. Box number 3.
Sand. It's everywhere. Get used to it. It's probably my favorite.
Okay, Evan, you're probably gonna kill me for this one.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna kill you. What's the character's name, Cruiser?
Fuck should I know? The One?
No.
I'm just gonna stick with his fandom name, Baby Yoda.
His name is Grogu.
Is what?
The character's name is Grogu. And look, let's
There.
just
Okay.
let me put it like this way.
Not a bad one.
Before you say this one here, because there's 3 times Yoda's species appeared in there. That was Yoda, a female version of the Jedi Temple named Yaddle, and people thought this one was gonna be like something with a Y. I'm like, nope, it's Grogu. And what?
How'd you get balloons that will come up on your screen?
Yeah, I saw that too. What the fuck? What? How did I do that? That was awesome. Did I do this?
Good question.
Did I do this? 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think I know what this is. Apple has a new feature with his recent iOS thing. Sometimes actions will happen. How do I make balloons appear though? That's pretty cool. I didn't know it connected to Discord.
Okay, let's see. And now we have. And now we have. When you wish upon a star,
Disney.
makes no difference to you.
Disney. Hey, I don't know which camera's picking up. I apologize. That was pretty cool. I like how that was timed good. This is cool. I like this. Can I do it again?
Okay, we have
Oh yeah, sorry.
Tatiana.
Tiana.
One of the two.
It's
Princess in the
Tiana.
Frog. One
I
of the
work
two.
at the parks. It's Tiana. Her canon name is Tiana.
And I could care less. We're just having some fun, dude.
You're funny. You're having funs with dudes.
Okay. Now, last box. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. First up, we got an old school classic.
What do you got?
Simba.
Is that Simba or Kiara? No, it's Simba. Never mind. I'm just kidding with you because I realized Kiara is like Lion King sequel on VHS release was actually not too bad. I liked it.
Now this one here, this is meme worthy. No caps.
Like her little face. That's the thing about fast food Disney toys. They always do something that's gonna make you want to collect all of them.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of these that like the collection is like wrapped around the box.
That's the other thing. Disney, whenever they do a collection, they do a collection. Like I think remember when I remember when the Masterpiece collection came out, they had like the characters on the boxes. Or when 101 Dalmatians, the live action movie came out, you could collect all 99 puppies.
99, Jesus.
Yeah, when Disney does a compilation collection like this, they go all out.
But yeah, those are the Disney McDonald toys that I got.
Are you going to collect more?
I'm probably going to give them away.
Keep them for about...
Did you want them, Evan?
Me? No, I'm not really... No, I don't have any room in my room for others. I don't have any room for other stuff. Have you seen my shelf?
Dude, this is how big they are.
Yeah, trust me, dude. I don't want any more shit in my room right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give them away.
Well, no. Here's what you're gonna do. Here's what you gotta do. Okay. Keep them in the box. box and just keep them for about 10 years. Like, keep them somewhere safe, then sell them. Because here's the thing. The Disney toy collections, I think, go for a lot of money. Not too, if anything, a lot, yeah. But anyway, yeah, like I said, do it, that thing. So Cruiser's now doing the Happy Meal diet, having a good time there. Seriously, can you do that? Can you lose a good amount of weight by eating Happy Meals? Not like daily, but, you know, it's the portion size.
Maybe if you replace one meal a day with it, like maybe lunch.
I mean, I wouldn't say one meal a day. I mean, like, you know what I mean. I don't know. I heard that technically you can do like the Jared Fogle diet. Only it's like you can do it with any restaurant if you just follow what his steps were. But like that's another story altogether. Say what you will, the diet worked. But yeah. So that said, I was gonna ask if you wanted to do Hooked on Harmonics, but I think the opening kind of sufficed for it.
Nah, I really don't have anything planned.
That's fine. The whole but yeah, like we have this other news here, but for theme park news, it was going to be the merging of Six Flags with Cedar Fair.
Yes, I asked my friend Kurt about that. Let me pull up his quote here.
Oh yes, Kurt the Sound Dragon knocks Berry Farm. More like knocked up Berry Farm. Are you tired? You know what I'm saying? You can knock up my Berry Farm any day.
It's Ferox, the Sound Dragon.
You're a Ferox Sound Dragon.
Let's see here. Let's see. Here's what he said. Yeah, I'm not sure this is a good thing for amusement park enthusiasts. Less competition can lead to less innovation. That means more cloned rides at all parks, which means less reasons to visit the different parks. Six Flags is particularly bad about doing this. I'm also worried that management will decide to have too many parks after the merger, and they'll start closing the underperforming parks. Both Six Flags and Cedar Fair have each closed 2 parks. How many more parks are we going to lose? He may have a point.
Yeah. Can you excuse me for one quick moment? Had to check something, sorry. I think I might have knocked a filling out of my tooth.
I chipped the tooth.
Hate that. Get it fixed while you can.
On an M&M.
Well, yeah.
I didn't think that was possible.
Well, that's the thing. When you eat sugar, it makes your tooth... the acids make your teeth softer. So like even to the point where a little thing can happen. Gotta stop chewing on this pen cap. Anyway, but yeah, here's my thing. Like, I'm not surprised this happened, but more or less like and I don't really see too much benefit from it. If anything, this is more of an expansion deal. I mean, I've been to Six Flags parks and I kind of find them meh.
I've only been to 2.
I went to New Jersey, and I just think the weird thing is their sponsorship advertisements. Like I'm going on this one ride that's like this weird like Skull Kingdom Dark roller coaster, which is pretty cool. And the last thing I see is an advertisement for Takis. It's like, you ready to go eat Takis? Bye. I don't even like Takis. I'm going to this weird place with flashing strobe lights and I think heavy metal music playing in the background. I don't know. It was a good coaster. But yeah, it's like Six Flags. I'm not gonna deny I'm not happy they're here because, you know, it's a brand that expands. Where like Universal and Disney, they have like more like as well as SeaWorld or Busch Gardens, they have more like reserved areas. They clearly put their parks in like specific areas just because of the climate and the crowds. Like with Universal, SeaWorld and everything, they keep it in California and Florida because there's like a warmer climate. It's the most vacation spotted areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, scratch that. SeaWorld, they have an excuse. They have to keep it somewhere because their animals can only live in like certain weather. That's what actually I find that funny. Imagine if they like opened a park in like somewhere that usually gets a lot of snow, and whenever they close down for the season, that's how they just deal with the fish. They just have them frozen there, and when summer comes, they melt. And the fish are just frozen there, and then when summer comes, they melt and they just resume what they were doing. It's like one of those aquarium nightlights that you have where it's like on a track and the fish go by. You know what I'm talking about? Remember those?
Yeah.
I used to have one of those, except mine broke and it kept going in reverse. I'm like, okay. But the thing that was funny was that
Kitty! Jesus.
where?
He's tripping the cord. Skeeter, Jesus Christ, stop.
I took that joke from you and I do it with my girlfriend all the time. Anyway, the funny thing is that like with this, like, I don't know, like I'm liking this combination with Knott's, because I haven't been to Knott's Berry Farm, but I've heard really good stuff about it. Honestly, I don't really have too much interest in it. I like how it started off as a diner and then it became this.
Mm-hmm.
But like Knott's Berry Farm, like, I'm sure it's good. I'm if I go there, I'm probably gonna have a good time. It just doesn't interest me as a park. Although I have heard that in Halloween it has a reputation of being the best horror theme park seasonally.
That actually, supposedly, that's where Halloween Horror Nights got the idea from, or Universal got the idea for Halloween Horror Nights from Knott's Berry Farm.
Funny enough, it started off in Orlando, right? In Florida, Halloween Horror Nights. And when they brought it to California, Knott's Berry Farm destroyed it in competition. Apparently, I think it still does. I think it still ones up Horror Nights.
Well, what I think is kind of cool is that they actually work the backlot tour into the Horror Nights. Like, they put some scare zones out there, maybe another house.
Yeah, I know. But like, I'm expecting. But yeah, my point is that Six Flags has an advantage to the other parks, and that's the fact that they bring amusement parks to smaller areas. It's like they bring enough thrills. It's not like they're bringing like a dollar store park. They bring like a lot, like thrills. They bring chills. They bring everything that you see in like Florida, but you can't bring there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Some people who can't afford to travel there or have nothing in that area, they have something to look there. Like it's kind of like what was that one park that we had in Philadelphia? There was this one theme park. It was called Dutch Wonderland. It was in like the Dutch county where like it was in like the Dutch county, right? Dutch County in Philadelphia. It's like where like the Mennonites were living and everything like that. It's like Amish country, but you know that I'm assuming you know the difference between the Amish and the Mennonites. But yeah, it was like a small like amusement park there. I think it's for kids mainly, but yeah, it's still there. It's a cute little kid park. But I don't even know if that's still there. Is Dutch Wonderland still a thing? Let me take a look. Let me see if Dutch Wonderland is still a thing. Opened up in 1963. Holy shit. I don't know. Philadelphia, it had a lot of... That's the thing about Philadelphia. It has a lot of famous theme parks, such as, like... what was that one park that... Oh, yeah, Kennywood, having the one of the first dark rides ever made with the old mill. And it also has this one theme park that I went to called Knoebels, which is supposedly a ride that has one of the most scariest classic haunted house rides.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I went there one time with my friend, but I didn't have a good time because the first ride we went on was you know what a gravitron is, right?
Yep.
Cool. I didn't go on that. I went to that original one. I call it the cage gravitron, where you're in the cage, and with the gravitron, it spins like this, like a perfect like top, right?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
One spins like this. So we go on that first, and the entire time I'm on ride, my stomach is doing the cha-cha in there, and I feel like I'm gonna vomit the entire rest of the trip. I'm like, I can't. I don't know, it was an awkward trip, but like it was. I have to go back and see it again. It was kind of more like a fun fair, but yeah. But yeah, with Six Flags having a thing with Cedar Point, I would love to see Cedar Point rides expand.
But is it possible though that it's just going to be. Does Kurt have a point? Is what I'm saying.
When he said, what was it?
Let me go back.
Honestly, I feel this merger's better effect is.
Okay, according to Kurt, that means more cloned rides at all parks, which means less reasons to visit the different parks. Six Flags is particularly bad about doing this. I'm also worried that management will decide they have too many parks after the merger, and they'll start closing the underperforming parks.
Especially after Astroworld, I can understand that. But yeah, I remember. I'm assuming you know about the Astroworld incident, but
maybe.
Yeah, if you don't look it up, look up Defunctland's video on Astroworld. Apparently it was like a situation that was like crazy. But I know Six Flags are prone to doing that. Honestly, I disagree. I feel like that's what the advantage is. Because bear in mind, like Knott's Berry Farm is famous, but it's kind of a nothing park. As well as
okay.
When I say nothing park, I mean like it's like, how do I describe this? Six Flags is a better example of a nothing park. Like when you go to Philadelphia, imagine going to Philadelphia, right?
Okay.
You want to go there and see the sights. You want to go there to see the history. Maybe you want to go there and see a play or something like that. Or like you go to New York City, you want to see the city itself. And if you go there and find there's a theme park, they're like, okay, we'll go there. Or if you're like, unless you're like a local person, they're gonna go like, okay, let's plan our trip to Six Flags. We're gonna leave here, bring this, bring that. So it's not so much like a nothing park, which is kind of like nothing really, like a park that's like in an area that's like not celebrated globally, but like it's in more or less locally, but in the global people that go there are usually like mega theme park fans. I know it's a real hard definition. Like, let's put it this way. People going to California, are they really going there for Knott's Berry Farm? Let me scratch that. When they go to California, is Knott's Berry Farm really going to be the first destination they want to go to? Or at least the priority theme park they want to go to?
It's probably in the top 5.
I can't deny that. But no, the obvious ones they're going to go to is either Universal or Disney.
Okay, but let's be frank here, Evan. I mean, first of all, both Disney and Universal were first and foremost.
Let's be even more fair, frank here. People want to go to Knott's Berry far more than they want to go to SeaWorld. But yeah, you go. Poor SeaWorld. But no, go on.
Is that Disney and Universal were first and foremost movie studios.
Mm-hmm.
That was their thing first. They actually had something to work with. Now, Six Flags, sure, they definitely own the rights for DC and Looney Tunes, Warner. But at the same time, like, they haven't really done anything with them. If anything, when you see their themed roller coaster, it's really like lip service.
There you go.
And the thing too is that they can work with some of this stuff. I've been to 2 Six Flag parks, and like I went on this Superman roller coaster they had, not the one that shoots up, then you go back down, not that one.
Oh my god, is it I'm thinking of? I'm gonna go like no.
Not that one.
You're not that one on your stomach, right?
No, not that one either.
Oh, good, because I was about to say no. That was a horrible coaster design. I don't know who the fuck likes that thing, but they need to get checked.
It's what's called a launch coaster, but not launch like say like the Aerosmith one. Basically, it launches you out of your seat. The thing, what's that?
That's the thing about Six Flags that I like the most about their coasters. They are very inventive. They do follow the Disney formula where they try to make every coaster different. Like one of the or unique, like the famous one being King Dakar, which is it's a boring coaster, but it starts off here, right? The coaster is literally just they launch you up a straight up and a straight down that's like 50 feet in the air. Mm-hmm. So it's like huge, and then you plunge down, you go over a hill, and then you're back at the point.
But basically, with this particular Superman roller coaster, it starts going like back and forth, and you do some interesting maneuvers, and you can feel yourself launch out of the seat. But I don't mean like by like a few inches. I'm talking like by this much, and the harness kind of just slams you back down.
Yikes.
And the thing is, if they actually themed it to where Superman is rescuing some kids from a burning building, they say there's people firing at us. We got to do some evasive maneuvers. Hold on, and that's when he starts the ride. That would be,
I like that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to picture a plot where he's trying to save kids in a burning building. And people are just shooting at him. Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Go on.
So, like, they could actually make the theming work for them, but I just don't think they have it in the budget.
Yeah.
Like, we went on. Kurt showed me one roller coaster that was themed after the Joker, and
wait, what was the name of the ride?
I don't remember. It was years ago.
No. This is important. Was it a Joker coaster or was it the Dark Knight?
Joker.
Okay, I was about to say.
Not, but just based off the character, not any of the movies.
Okay, so you were about to say the Dark Knight. I'm like, no, we're gonna have a long discussion about why that ride was stupid.
No, it was just it was themed after the Joker, but all it really was just a wooden roller coaster with a paint job. That was it. Not that it wasn't fun. It was, but there was so much they could have done. Like if they recorded some dialogue of the Joker that gets played throughout the ride. Like there's a moment where you go upside down and you stay upside down for like 4 or 5 seconds. And like what if Joker said, "Let's see you survive this maneuver," or something like that. Or if they actually had like an actor within like the track layout, being the Joker and him taunting the people on the ride.
Oh my god, I heard that. I don't think that's a practice anymore. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like basically like the possible like their theming despite the budget could still work.
There are some other rides that do that. Like there is a Batman ride that's like a repeller ride, and there's scenes where you go through like cold air, like where you're fighting the Penguin, you go through like freezer areas and you go through the outside, you're in like a batarang kind of thing. It's like one of those things where you kind of gotta go with visuals rather than narrative, but you know what I mean. Because I'm just gonna be honest, that's actually kind of a thing that's kind of interesting about Six Flags rides. I'm not saying this accounts for every ride, but whenever there is a narrative that always kind of results in a bogus ride, the Dark Knight coaster.
So like, and the Flash had a roller coaster there as well, but again, it just
was it a launch coaster?
Launch as in like the Aerosmith one, yeah.
Okay, so it has something going for it.
Yeah. Hey, kitty.
There was another ride there that was next to the Superman one. It was for the Green Lantern.
Yeah, I think we went on that one.
No, not to be confused with the infamous one.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about the one that rocks that basically killed everybody's chance of having children. But
oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yep. There was another one that was weird, right? The gimmick of the ride is you're on the ride and you're standing like this. I'm like, okay, Green Lantern. I don't know what it's supposed to simulate. Paint it green. It's the Green Lantern now.
That's pretty much it. Like that one ride. You may have seen this at fairs, where basically you're on this disc that spins, but it rocks back and forth.
That's the Green Lantern one.
No.
I have to see what you mean there. I know there's like there's like a lot of things that do that. I know the Green Lantern had a similar.
But the point is that they themed it after Wonder Woman's whip. That's it.
I'm not gonna say that's a bad idea. At least they got something to do with it. Then again, wait a minute. Do you want? Wait. I need to ask. Is that what it's advertised as? Like literally Wonder Woman's whip? Like they say this for? Do they say this word for word?
I don't know if they do, but that's how Kurt described it to me.
I was about to say, because that would be embarrassing, because Wonder Woman doesn't use a whip. She uses a lasso. And yes, there is a difference.
To be fair, it's quite possible that, it just slipped Kurt's mind.
Maybe. I know, you kind of in there. I mean, like,
But,
Kurt has a dirty mind. I'm just kidding.
Maybe he does. I haven't asked.
We're gonna go to Mibevan and give as many like kinky versions of pictures of Wonder Woman and Artist Alley and just send it all to him. This is your Wonder Woman, Kurt. This is the one you want.
No, we'll give him a docu of Wonder Woman. Have him take it to Six Flags.
Can I get like exactly?
But speaking of MegaCon, we've actually had some guest announcements.
Oh, yeah, it's good stuff. Daniel Trejo. First of all,
him I've already met. If anything, the one that caught my eye was Keith David, Goliath.
Oh yeah, Keith David's coming. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Him, I'm looking forward to.
Yep. They also got an Avenger. That's going to be a big bread bringer.
But I know it's there's still that rumor that Mark Hamill will be there. Still a rumor.
Yep. I'm already getting myself planned there. I got my hotel room. That's my maneuver. That's going to be priority number 1. I've already got the checks here. I'm armed with a deluxe ticket. I can get in early, a hotel in the area, and 2 people with diabetes. I'm pretty sure I can get this working.
Bitch, you're buying me lunch.
Sure.
Hey, you want to take advantage of my? It's okay.
Why not? You help me out. It's like you said, you got to look the part. There's gonna be a point of the day where we're there. I'm like, okay, Cruiser, you know what to do. Dude, Kane Hodder, this shit.
Let's see here.
I apologize.
But let's see here. I just had it. Another possible rumor is Troy Baker from The Last of Us. The reason why I think he might be there is because around the same time he's doing a private signing for GalaxyCon, and they have an office in Fort Lauderdale. So I do wonder if Troy will be there. And if he is, then that gives me a chance to bring my Last of Us poster from Halloween Horror Nights for him to sign.
Possible, yeah.
But are you really going to spend $400 to get Mark Hamill's autograph?
Oh, 300, but yeah, fuck yeah.
No, it's 400.
No, it's 300.
No, for an 8x10, it's 400.
Let me take a look. Look, where was that?
San Francisco Fan Expo.
Francisco Fan Expo. Let's see what we got going on here with the celebrities. It's over, so I hope it works. Let me see. Star Wars and Batman. Of course, that'll be the only thing. Let's see. Let me see. Standard. Oh, yeah, it is 400. Yes.
This is what I find funny is the band Tool that I have this love-hate thing for. They are selling a deluxe edition of one of their albums, Undertow, for $500. So basically, they're saying they're worth more than Luke Skywalker.
Definitely. But no, seriously, like, if I get that autograph, that's gonna be the point. The moment I leave, I'm gonna get that thing authenticated, and then I gotta run back to my hotel room and put it in. Like, that's like a. But then again, considering how much they go for online, let me look up here Mark Hamill's autograph prices. Let's see how much they're being sold. I'm gonna imagine. Mark Hamill, who plays Luke Skywalker, of course, charged $295 per signature, cash only in New York. Jones, a relative newcomer, said he charged. Wow, so they boosted his fucking autograph price. Let's see how much they're going on online. There's one for $120 in Hollywood memorabilia, but hey, we don't need that. $207. Oh yeah, that's right. If you get him to sign a Star Wars autograph card, get him to autograph a trading card, that's going to be a lot of money. They go up to like the thousands, 4,000, 5,000, 3,000.
But I'm assuming the card matters. Like, it just can't be any rando card. It has to be like a rare one first.
Yep. Oh, there's one for like 6,000 that's being sold. That's like an 8x10 signed by David Prowse and Luke Skywalker.
Okay, but does it have a bid? Is the auction over and it was sold? Because selling for and going for are two different things. or sold for. I mean,
I got a better idea. What? Let's take a look at the Mark Hamill autograph graph value. Let's go to the main website here. There's got to be a website here that autographs it. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with Tamino autographs. I guess that's the best way to say it. Darth Vader set. A Darth Vader one signed by Jones went for $795. Luke Skywalker. Hal sold this poster by Howard Chiskin that was signed by him for $2,736. And a signed picture of Hamill from Empire Strikes Back sold for $540. I need to get Mark Hamill's autograph, dude. There's pretty much nothing. Considering what these prices are, there's got to be something. Then again, I guess if you put it like this way.
he charges more if you get a Funko signed.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. What if I just brought a trading card? That's not an 8x10.
Well, what does it say on the website?
Jeez. It's kind of hard to say. It's like one of those paragraphical ones. The most I'm seeing there goes from like the lowest prices I could see is like. I think I might need to find another autograph site. I don't think this one is doing it for me. I'm gonna go with Hollywood Memorabilia, which is a. I think these are. Yeah, these are expensive. These are all in the 2000s. The lowest one I'm seeing so far is 1,854.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. I gotta find out what is the highest. If I get that thing, that's going in a shadow box. That's going in like a fireproof shadow box right there. Come on, look at me, Cruiser. There's got to be one autograph you've always wanted where you're saying, I'm going to keep this thing in a metal locked suitcase and only bring it out for show with the rubber gloves and the tweezers. Everybody has had that dream autograph, the one that you would secure.
Let's see. If it's someone who's still alive, I would have to say either a signed Tool vinyl or Black Sabbath vinyl, just because I know those would be worth quite a bit.
But no, I'm talking about a single person that high valued autograph that you know is expensive, and if you got the chance to get it, you would grab it.
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds? How's him? Why? How much is his autograph going for?
He was Deadpool.
You see, Ryan Reynolds autograph price. Yeah, but I'm talking like, hey, he's selling there's a script being sold for like, the most I'm seeing expensive wise is a Deadpool script being sold for $1,550.
Okay, well, what were you expecting me to say?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, who is the number one person not by opinion but by fact, that you know would be the most valued autograph you can think of? Like the one that says you see this guy and have the opportune moment, you know how much it's worth, and you would grab it. Not by opinion, but by fact. The one autograph that you know is going to be worth a lot of money on eBay. Or you just don't know.
If we're going off of sheer value, probably Baby Metal, because they have only done one recorded meet and greet in their entire 12-year career. So theirs would be worth quite a penny.
There you go.
I mean, matter of fact, like whenever people see signed Baby Metal stuff for sale, a majority of the time, people don't even trust it. They think it's fake. So I would probably go with that, just because the value. But let's see here. So, by fact, though, because Japanese music is still somewhat obscure. again, because it has to be someone that's still alive. It can't be Tim Curry because he sells his own autograph, which
Well, I mean, it could
cool.
be a dead person. It could be a dead person. It doesn't even need to be a meet and greet. It could be authentic.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I'm gonna go old school here. I'm gonna go with oh my god, what was his name?
Horror movie icon.
One of the classic Universal horror monster. There you go.
Yeah, Bela Lugosi would be really cool. That or Karloff or anything like that. Imagine like having a shadow box of like the Wolfman, Frankenstein, and friggin' Dracula there. Yeah, it's a shame his last movie ever done was Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That was his last movie?
Yeah, he plays a nonsensical character that doesn't even need to be in the movie. He's just a vampire in that movie. I know people have second thoughts on Plan 9, but yeah, it may be so bad it's good, but regardless of that, it's still a bad movie. I still need to see the Tim Burton Ed Wood film though. I heard that's a good movie. But yeah, any horror movie icon that buries him, that demands to be buried in a Dracula in the costume he was famous for, you're a fucking legend.
And who's also I am aware of that, Evan, but do you know who actually is doing a private signing?
Who's doing a private signing?
Nicolas Cage.
Ooh, that's a good one.
300. Yeah, I won't be a bit surprised if more A-list celebrities start doing cons now, because the job market for acting is getting really small.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially with the actor strike going on right now. But the thing is that that I have for oh shit, hold on, I gotta fix our faces here. I can't believe this has been going on. It's funny because like I saw you linked me to an autograph signing of Topin Bell.
Yes.
I'm like, I can't send the poster, and I don't have enough money.
Well, they might still have signed Tobin Bell stuff for sale, because I know those
saw blades. That's actually pretty funny. I mean, you have his autograph, don't you?
Yes, I do. We actually met him together.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. He was chill. He was really chill. I like how his normal voice sounds completely different to Jigsaw. When he doesn't sound like this, he sounds like your neighbor Stan. It's like, what? He was in an
Hi, a neighbor. Have you been faithful to your wife?
Have you been a good doctor? Anyway, I'm like that was the thing. Like, do you know he was in an episode of Seinfeld?
Yes, I was aware of that. I saw him. Because I used to own the Seinfeld. Yeah, I used to own the Seinfeld series box sets.
Ooh,
I'm like,
Seinfeld, that's an autograph.
No way. Like, that's it. That's fucking Jigsaw.
Wait, what does he look like in Seinfeld? Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, he was wearing a backward baseball cap. I remember that much.
Oh my god, I gotta see what he looks like. I'm already seeing like screenshots. Oh my god, he looks fucking cool. He doesn't have a backwards baseball cap. He's just a guy. Looks like an old dude with a mustache.
Really? I thought I remember a scene where he's wearing a backwards baseball hat.
Not really. Then again, Topin Bell doesn't. You could probably find easily. He doesn't act in a lot of shit. Honestly.
What I find a little funny though is that even back then he looked old as shit.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I remember like he ran a record store, and he was and Kramer and what's his name was trying to sell some vinyls to him. It's like, I'll give you $5. Oh, this is worth so much more. No, it's worth $5.
Welcome to GameStop. Welcome to GameStop. I'll be your guy Jigsaw. I heard he likes to he did an interview one time, but people saying, do you ever use the Jigsaw voice when you're like doing things like, you're ordering pizza or something? He's like, no, I don't. But like, here's the thing. I coach little league baseball, And I like it when kids come up and say, "Oh my God, were you the guy in Jigsaw Killer?" And the first thing in my head is like, "Why the fuck are parents showing their kids this shit?" And like, oh my God, he has a good sense of humor. Like, there's a video of a kid approaching him dressed as Billy the Puppet, and he asks if he wants to play a game, and he's really cool about it. He's a chill dude.
Well, I'll be damned. He has a son named Justin.
No kidding.
Justin Bell. Yeah.
Justin Bell, man. That sounds like. What is he?
And
I was about to say Drake Bell.
and another child called Cooper Bell.
That's a very open their name.
These sound like food items at a restaurant.
Oh my God, we gotta imagine if we got Topin Bell on this show.
And whoa, the guy's 81.
Topin Bell?
Yeah.
Oh, he's like right up there with. Wow, he's still got a lot. Well, then again, that's kind of the sad thing about him. He kind of he came in to his main stardom at an older age.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the sad thing about celebrities. It's like, come on. I'm just.
Well, if you remember what we learned about the Scat Man.
Oh yeah, I heard that story in a while, but I know what you're saying. The only thing I remember is I used his stuttering ability to help out with his music, which I thought was really cool.
Well, yeah, but like he became a pop star in his 50s.
Oh yeah, that's really sad when you get that spam at like an older age and you kind of do whatever you can, like you live the last days of your life like as a celebrity. But the thing is that like the point is I'm totally gonna go for Mark Hamill's autograph if I get that chance.
I figured you would.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's Mark Hamill. It's Luke fucking Skywalker. I will go there. Like I will call up Bruce and say, "Bruce, are you betting at MegaCon? Cool. I need a favor. I need to borrow one of those passes so I can get an early access shot. I will stand in that line all fucking day if I have to."
If they have more people from Cobra Kai show up, I'll definitely bring my poster. I met some people from Cobra Kai, but there's still a bunch of, side characters.
Oh yeah.
But let's see. So Cobra Kai is a definite. Keith David, I gotta find myself a Goliath toy for him to sign.
There's gotta be like one of those statuette things there that you can get.
Yeah, because I really don't want to do Funkos. Because frankly, people still think they're worth a lot of money. Not so much anymore.
Cruiser.
What?
I'm worth a lot of money back there.
You're a waste of money.
No, you're not. Honestly, that's the thing about the custom Funko Pops. They're really not that expensive. Like $40, not too bad.
It's a waste of money. No one's gonna want it. But what Ari does is that he'll actually make some custom ones of his version of Jason.
Really?
To sell at his shows, yeah.
Oh, apparently he did a TikTok video where Topin Bell did a TikTok video of him touring the Saw bathroom.
Yep, saw it.
Cool.
And he also has a Spotify page.
Nice. What, does he do music?
Yes.
Oh, what's he do? What kind of music he specializes in?
Whatever. Old man music, we'll call it.
Are we talking like this guy's a man of many talents. He's like Diet Christopher Lee.
I actually tried seeing if I could make a song about Saw like Ice Nine Kills did. Mine was called Survival is the Goal. And basically I was trying to remember how it went. Make your choice, make your move. In my game, you pray that you don't lose. In the dead of night, out of sight, no one hears your screams tonight.
Oh my god. He's going to be in a movie adaptation of Clown Motel.
Of what?
Clown Motel. That's awesome. I didn't know they were making a movie about that.
Didn't they already make 2 of those?
I don't think they did. But you know what it is, right?
Because I think Ari was in them.
You've heard of the Clown Motel, right?
Yes.
If you guys don't know, the Clown Motel is this random ass hotel in the middle of the Nevada desert, and everything is clown themed. Like the rooms are clown themed. There's clowns everywhere. There's a giant clown on a ball there. I'm like, Okay, that's a weird tourist trap, but okay.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, I
They're
know.
south of the border.
Yeah. I mean, it's unique. It's just weird. It's like going into space and you pass a hotel that's themed for pasta. What the And yes, I know it's the fear of clowns deal, but I'm like, okay. It's still
I never understood. Like with the exception of maybe Pennywise, but then again, I was a dumb, naive 10-year-old when I saw it for the first time, and I really shouldn't have.
Oh yeah.
But looking at it back now as an adult, it's like, why are people afraid of these? I don't get it.
Well, the thing with the clowns is I think I have this psychosis is that some people can't fathom the weird appearance of things. I actually did work for this woman who was a nurse and also did clown work. She actually did work with Patch Adams, or Hunter Adams, if you will. One of the things I asked her was like, what with the fear of clowns thing there with most people, how do you like deal with that with children? He's like, oh, that's simple. We just if they feel fear, we actually remove some parts of our outfit and actually kind of make ourselves look a little normal. Like,
Okay.
so that's pretty simple. That's the thing about clowns, right? The thing that's interesting is that when it comes to, most horror movies don't acknowledge this, she says, and that's most clowns in horror movies, they don't follow the clown rule where each clown every clown you've met, they have a theme.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like her clown was called Beach Clown. All of her clown material was based on the ocean. Like she had fish on her like scrubs. She had like a starfish on her nose. It was cute. Some clowns have like specific stuff like fat with like feathers or like stripes or like something like that. But like yeah, most horror movie clowns are like it's just scary. I'm like that's the thing I hate about. She's like that's the thing I hate about horror movie clowns. Like they don't get creative with the theming of each clown. It's like come on. And I will give it credit, the recent reboot of It, they do follow that with him having more of a Victorian theme. Because, like, the outfit they gave him was really specific because they wanted to make him look like he was from centuries, so that's why he looks like more like a court jester.
Mm-hmm.
Esther, again, I feel like that kind of went against the design because Curry's one looked more alluring. Because the one thing that's interesting about the human eye and psychosis is... This actually is what makes modern clowns kind of scary, is because apparently... human beings are attracted to bright colors. Like when
Yes,
you look at like My Little Pony and how each character had like a technicolored like thing there, and people were attracted to that because that's what kind of brought the kids' attention. Most be it My Little Pony or like kids shows. So for clowns, kids are seeing this technicolored thing approaching and it looks too obscure, and it's kind of more or less a thing with the brain fathoming it. Put it like this: somewhere I heard for a good observation is imagine if a cartoon character came to life, right?
Yes.
But so imagine if like what's a good example here? I guess you could use animals for this. Imagine if like Twilight Sparkle from Equestria Girls was here in real life. Now she looks like the design on the show, but it's more live action.
Yeah, it looked gross.
Exactly. So like you kind of look. That's the best way you could describe it. Clowns scare people because they look like cartoon characters that have that cartoon design, but it's in the real world. I know it's difficult to say, but you get what I'm saying.
See that? I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention the makeup and like with like people because clowns they have a good makeup style. They have like ways to make the famous thing is the lips. They make that look like they have that large smile.
Mm-hmm.
Miles, so it's kind of making their face look warped. So it's kind of so I can understand that being there. And do you know what's even crazier? Get this, okay? So when clowns smile like this, keep in mind the lips are not on the lips; they're around it. So when
I noticed that
when they smile like this, the lips turn into their gums.
Mm-hmm.
And now it looks like they're just these large mouth things. That's what creates the illusion, which I think is cool. Yeah, it's really cool when you like dive into makeup techniques like that. It's amazing. You like notice little things in there.
Let's see here.
What were we even talking about?
Oh,
when we brought into clowns. What the fuck?
No, but one thing that I forgot to mention about this whole thing with Spooky Empire was afterwards.
Oh yeah, you might as well.
yeah, a lot of people were pissed off because they didn't get to meet or get an autograph from Robert Englund, and I was definitely one of them. I waited in that line for 8
Yeah, I
hours.
was definitely one of them too. You're supposed to get my girlfriend a Christmas. I was supposed to get my girlfriend a Christmas gift, and I got diddly shit. And yes, I know I could send in the autograph, but I'm debating on it because A, it was more expensive, and B, it was B. I'm debating whether even to do it because this is a piece of memorabilia that's kind of rare with all the other signatures, and considering your history of sending in autographs and how pissed off you keep getting about when you do it, it's kind of getting me stepping back.
No, the only time I've ever done that was with my Sonic 2, the movie poster, because they didn't sign.
Yeah,
what?
I know. You got pissed off
because he didn't sign it a certain way or a certain place on the poster. Yeah. I mean, it's grown on me over the years, so maybe that was a me problem. But anyway, I left.
Sorry, go on.
I left a comment on Spooky Empire's Facebook page saying you guys should have done pre-orders, or you guys handled this horribly, and it's like, well, Robert Englund likes to take his time with his fans. He wants to thank them. I'm like, okay, but if you can't even get your own VIPs a guaranteed meet with him, that's messed up.
This is
okay. Like these people.
Well, this was my problem with it.
Go ahead.
What you're describing. I'm sorry if I'm interrupting you. The problem, I feel like, is not so much that they didn't get to see him. It's so much that they made you wait there only to come out and give you jack shit.
I mean, they said that they encouraged us to, go get other autographs and whatnot, but we were all there for Robert. I mean, because honestly, like, he was the only one I really gave a shit about.
Yeah, I wasn't there, and it was the only one I gave a shit about. I wasn't even there.
And the con replied to me saying that, oh, are you saying you would take away time away from a girl who wanted to go up there and meet him? Yes, I would. Because you have a line this long and you've had this fiasco throughout the entire weekend. Okay, I'd rather let everyone go home happy than a small select handful. Okay, point blank. And I even accused.
Sorry, go on.
What?
No, go on. Sorry.
I even said that the organizer, who I'm not going to say his name, is an elitist prick, and they said why would you say that about someone you don't even know? Like, well, for starters, I once asked him if they were going to get any people from The Walking Dead. He said, we want real horror fans, not a bunch of housewives. Whoa, dude. Yeah. Because you know what? I like The Walking Dead. I'm not a housewife. And frankly, it doesn't matter if I'm a housewife or not. It is a horror related program, and people want to meet them. And that's clearly what he thinks of the fan base. And the other thing is that
I'm sorry if I keep interrupting you. In his defense, that's what the current fan base is. Back then, but no, when you asked this was when The Walking Dead was huge.
At its peak, yeah.
Now it is literally just housewives.
I wouldn't go that far. I haven't watched what it is now, but it still has a dedicated following. And the other thing too is that this guy, he puts his mug on every single convention program for Spooky Empire. I'm like, dude, with all the other, celebrities. I'm like, dude, what horror films have you done? They think I'm taking it too seriously. I guess it started as like a running joke, and they just kept it going. Like, okay, but it's been 20 years. Okay, what has this guy done? What movies? Like, what makes him so worthy of sharing the cover with Michael Myers, Pennywise? Not that they had Pennywise, but you get my point.
He's not like
and all these other
thing, is he?
No, he's not. He's just the organizer. I mean,
bro, you're not the Kennywood sign. Come on.
The Kennywood sign?
You don't want it. Essentially, when Kennywood had a meet and greet with this character that was basically the sign to the theme park. I'm not even kidding. That was a real thing. Did they at least make him look cool?
Like there he is, right there. There he is, right there, and there he is, right there as Wonka. Like, how big is your ego, dude?
I do kind of get it. It's hard to explain, but I do kind of get it. But I know what you're saying.
The only reason I kept these is because I want to make a video of me burning them after what happened, and just post the video on TikTok.
That sucks. That's really kind of. That sucks. That's really kind of. No.
Kind of what?
Dude, no. Look, you can't just burn them and put them on TikTok. You gotta lead into it. You gotta get people on your side to make it justified.
Yes. Saying that Spooky Empire sucks. Well, the way they handle that line situation was awful. The fact that this guy has this big of an ego on him and prefers and wants real horror fans, fuck your elitism, dude. Point blank. And the other thing is that this guy was or whoever was running their Facebook page was spreading lies about me. He actually said that I did not attend. I showed the photo of me and Raul with Robert, and people didn't buy it. They thought it was from a previous year. And then I showed a picture of my ticket, as well as me with one of the other guests, Heather Langenkamp, who played Nancy in Nightmare Before Christmas. And they went, okay, you were there, but look at that face. Does it look like you're having a bad time? Like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how horrible you guys handled this line situation. And not only that, you were spreading lies about me. I have been taking a screen cap of every single one of your responses and uploading it on a Google Drive. And that's when he and everyone else stopped replying me.
Yeah, because you gave away the trap.
And I still have them. They're up there. They're still on my Google Drive. I thought what he did was shitty. I thought the way he handled this was awful. While it's great that Robert wants to, give his fans, this much time, I think it also shows that he does not care about everyone else in line.
Honestly, I think, like, here's my thing. I disagree with that one there. Like, yeah, the point of going there is to get as much time as you can with them. Maybe, like, you can give them, like, a limited time. The most I've seen most people say the common time is, like, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, if lucky. The problem is the fact that you need to maintain that everybody in that line gets a chance. What do? They had you standing there. Like MegaCon, the first people they do is clear out the VIP lines. And yes, I get it. It's kind of like Lightning Lane at Disney. They paid for it. They're going to get first priority. These people at MegaCon, they paid $500 for these tickets. Come on. So, yeah, I get it. It's cool. But, like, with my problem here is the fact that they made you guys wait there. They didn't say when they were coming. They didn't tell you and, like, that he wasn't, whether or not he was coming back. That's the one thing I hate about every con when they do, when they say that they don't know whether or not they're coming back or not. I mean, the guy canceled a panel. Like, quite frankly, the only other thing I will say against you is I'm actually kind of surprised you guys didn't know, Rob. How many days were you at Spooky Empire?
Just one.
That was the other thing. Like I actually was kind of surprised you guys didn't get there earlier just to get in line for that thing.
Why would I get a weekend pass if I'm there just to meet one guy?
No, even for the one day. Like, I'm surprised you guys didn't get there earlier and try and get in line, considering how infamous his line lengths are. Like,
dude, we got there like an hour before doors open.
Like, look. And were you the first person in line when the doors opened?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Anyway, like, here's the thing. I'm going to give you some space, okay? My girlfriend, she has never been to Spooky Empire. She has never been to she's only been to like 2 conventions, right? 3 if you count Sci-Fi Bartow. She knew how crazy the lines are. It's like, when I said I was getting her, she's saying like, oh, I hope they get there early. I'm like, why? His lines are notoriously long. I'm like, how do you know that? I've seen meet and greet videos. And no, and let me get this out of the way. Let me get this out of the way, okay? I'm not saying that to spite you. I'm really grateful you guys tried. Cruiser.
And yet you still blamed us.
No, I said that was the one thing. The matter, the fact of the matter. But no, that doesn't. The fact of the matter is that's not what nullifies everything. Everything. Thing. If anything, I'm agreeing with you. My problem was they made you wait in that line for nothing.
Yep.
Which is weird. Wait, didn't you already? You don't have his autograph, don't you?
I do, but this is what I wanted signed this time.
What does that say on there?
Fuck you, Freddy.
Who's that signed by?
Heather Langenkamp. Nancy.
Oh, yeah. Well, you got a picture of him holding it, at least. Sorry he didn't get his autograph, honestly.
When I get paid, I will do the send away thing. I saved like $105 from when I was supposed to get it there, so that I can do the send away thing.
Oh, fuck! I just realized I got till the 9th to get my girlfriend's MegaCon ticket because that's when the early bird is gone. I got to spend $200 to get that ticket for her. But no, look. Let me put this into layman's terms. I'm glad that Raul went to try and get this for me. He gave me the A for it. I'm still giving him flack on that. He failed. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. He at least took the opportunity of taking time out of his schedule to go to this convention to do this for me.
But where's the but?
I honestly don't have a but for it. I'm sad that I didn't get it. That I didn't get it. That I wasn't able to get the gift. But like, I'm giving him commemorative that he tried.
Come on, Evan. What's the but for?
I wouldn't say there's a but. It's more or less not really much a but it's more or less what did you learn? Not based on the prejudice outside the prejudice of the con as an autograph collector.
Let's give me the but for.
What?
Give me the but for.
What's a but for?
For shitting and sitting, silly.
I knew I was gonna be able to turn that around. but no, do you feel like this kind of, when it comes to like these experiences as an autograph collector, what does this feel about? Do you actually feel like you like it, like getting up early just to get this autograph kind of is now a big priority for those kind of things, especially with something of a high class thing like this? I know I'm above the final 5 right now, guys. I'm just trying to know more stuff.
If anything, it just makes me disappointed in Robert and Spooky Empire.
I honestly don't think Robert's to blame, honestly.
Yeah, he is, because he's the one who's going to spend 10 minutes with each guest.
Was this like literal or?
Yes.
So you timed each. So like you.
I didn't time it, but that's what everyone was saying. Like, he loves his fans. He loves giving them his full attention. He'll stay and chat there for like 10 minutes.
Honestly, with that, I think like the fans are the guys who. If there's any autograph session I've been to, I can't say it's the guest that decides how long it's there. It's more just how long the fans want to interact with it. I think it's more or less the fans that control the time there of how much they spend with him. And
the whole point of having that person who monitors the line is to shove people along. Like, okay, you've had your 3 minutes. Next.
Like a passive time. I guess you could say they control it, but still, I feel like it's kind of hard when a guest has to be that guy saying like, okay, I gotta move on or something like that. I mean, there's sometimes they hint.
Don't care.
But yeah, the only person I ever heard that actually wanted me to stay longer was Steve Burns.
That's that. Huh?
Okay, so like when I met Steve Burns, right? Like, here's the thing: when it comes to guests, I'm a socially awkward guy. I can't really, because I have ASD. I'm not good with like meeting people or like talking to them. In fact, like last MegaCon, the only person I was able to formally talk to was Sam Raimi, because he was asking me questions. He was talking about my life as a filmmaker and what I was learning right now. And yeah, but Steve, he was like trying to get more stuff out of me, like, hey, you got a lightsaber there, I see. I'm like, oh yeah, it changes colors and stuff. I think you had to be there to kind of get it, but like, He was still a good guy. I remember the first thing I said to him was like, "Good to see you again, old friend."
Yep.
He's a good dude.
All right. I think we're good.
Are we good? Are we delicious? Are we tasty?
We're magically delicious. If anything, I just got two things that I need to take care of. So
yeah. Actually brings me up. I'm gonna end this thing not with the final five, but with just a quick story. I feel. You know what? Hold on. No, I'm saving that story for a brain snack episode. The guys that ate their friend's foot legally. Anyway, here comes the final five. Okay, Cruiser, I got a challenge for you. So I'm going to give you this final five. You got to somehow try and rap it.
Huh?
Try and rap your final five. You want me to
give you mean music?
Yeah, you want me to give you a beat?
Let's see here.
Ready? 3. I'll give you a beat. And let me just get you ready to go. And time begins now.
Yo, Host Rock is on pause just because Evan's gonna be doing his hiatus. To see ya later.
Good. Keep going.
But you're gonna get my last panel soon. I just got it up on my laptop too.
Keep going. You're rocking it.
Gonna work on a Park Geeks video. Gonna be talking about the new Minion shittios. It's Evan's turn.
My turn. All right. Let me get to my screen. I've been working on World Part 2. Kind of going all over the place from Part 1 and 2. I'm gonna fucking... I can't. I'm traveling back up north to visit family, namely because of a little tragedy. But hey, I'll be back. I'm working really hard. Might pull an all-nighter or two. Who's to say? Word to your
I'm
mother.
more of a rock guy.
I'm more of an electronic guy, but you know, it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, like, more rappers use electronic music. So we'll be back next week. Like I said, I'm not going to be here on the 19th because I'm going to be up north. Got some family stuff to attend to, and so on and so on. This felt like classic Mystery Brony Theater tonight. I don't know why. Let me give you a blowjob. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on earth.